IShowSpeed has built a massive following by pulling off insane stunts that get millions of views. Most fans think they've seen his craziest moments already, but what happened in a Tokyo hospital room almost ended everything permanently, and the footage of him breaking down will shock you. The truth is, 3 incidents nearly cost him his life, his career, and his eyesight, and one of them was completely covered up until now. What you're about to see goes way beyond the typical falls and fails that made Speed famous. We're talking about moments where doctors genuinely feared for his life, where his parents had to fly across the world in panic, and where YouTube itself stepped in to protect him from his own content. These aren't just embarrassing clips. And they're the incidents that almost destroyed the career of one of the platform's biggest stars. The first incident that had everyone terrified happened during what seemed the real danger wasn't just the cars though. Speed had positioned himself on a busy Miami street with no safety barriers, no medical team on standby, and traffic that wasn't properly controlled. One miscalculation would have meant getting hit by a vehicle traveling at full city speed. When the footage leaked, automotive safety experts pointed out that the impact force would have been equivalent to being struck by a small building. YouTube's safety team reportedly called it one of the most dangerous stunts they'd ever seen uploaded to the platform. But that Miami incident was nothing compared to what happened in Japan. This is the story that genuinely had his family fearing they might lose him forever.
You can do really.
Wait, hold on, stop! Oh!
Speed had been in Tokyo for what was supposed to be a fun collaboration trip. Everything seemed normal until he started experiencing severe headaches during a live stream. At first, viewers thought he was just being dramatic for content. The pain escalated so quickly that within hours, he was rushed to a Japanese hospital where his parents received the call that every family dreads. Their son was hospitalized in a foreign country with a condition that could permanently alter his life. They immediately booked emergency flights to Tokyo, not knowing if they'd arrive in time to prevent lasting damage. The footage of Speed crying in that hospital bed, telling his audience he just wants to go home and stream again, reveals a vulnerability that shocked fans who only knew his high-energy persona. Just when you think Speed might have learned from these close calls, his latest incident proves he's still pushing dangerous boundaries.
Right now, I'm currently still in the hospital, and I'm hospitalized. I really just want to go home and stream for y'all. I want to go home, play Fortnite, play FIFA 24. I just want to go home and stream, but I don't know how long I'm gonna be here. Like I said, I am hospitalized. They can keep me in here for months, weeks, days, or years if they want to. I just did the MRI, whatever it's called, and right now I'm currently still doing this, like I said.
During his appearance at WWE's Royal Rumble in 2025, what was meant to be a fun celebrity cameo turned into a medical emergency that left wrestling fans genuinely concerned. Bron Breakker delivered a spear that sent Speed crashing through a table with such force that the impact could be heard throughout the entire arena. The wrestling community immediately knew something was wrong. This wasn't the controlled chaos of professional wrestling. This was a legitimate injury happening in real time. Speed's body hit the table at an angle that wrestlers spend years learning. Wrestling veterans who watch the footage expressed serious concerns about the long-term implications. The human spine isn't designed to absorb that kind of impact, especially when the person isn't trained in how to take the fall properly. What made it worse was Speed's immediate promise to return for more wrestling appearances, showing he either didn't understand the severity of what happened or was choosing to ignore it for the sake of content. These major incidents are terrifying enough, but they're just the tip of the iceberg. Speed's everyday content creation involves a level of physical risk that would make professional stuntmen nervous.
Are you okay? What are you doing? Darren! Are you okay? Why would you do that? Darren.
All my life, he loves you!
Take the robot flamethrower incident that went viral for all the wrong reasons. What viewers saw was Speed accidentally triggering a flamethrower attachment and getting briefly set on fire. What they didn't see was how close he came to suffering third-degree burns. The robot was equipped with a military-grade flamethrower that reaches temperatures exceeding 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit. When it activated unexpectedly, Speed's clothing caught fire faster than anyone anticipated. The quick thinking of his product, even seemingly innocent moments carry hidden dangers that most people miss.
Just bark. I want to see you bark. Say bark, bark. Ah! God damn it! Hey! Hey! Stop! 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 Hey! No! No! No, hold on!
That elephant riding experience in Thailand looked like harmless fun until the massive animal decided to lean backward. What viewers didn't realize is that falling off an elephant from that height is equivalent to falling from a second-story building. The impact when Speed hit the ground could have easily resulted in spinal compression, head trauma, or internal bleeding.
What is Thai?
What the wait, Tun. Tun. Ah! Okay. Come on, bro.
The Bulgarian firewalking tradition he attempted was another disaster waiting to happen. This ancient practice requires years of preparation and mental conditioning that Speed obviously didn't have. The cold temperature was measured at over 1,200 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to cause immediate and severe burns. His screams after walking across weren't just for dramatic effect, they were genuine pain from burns that took weeks to properly heal.
Yo! What the God damn!
The bench pressing incident from his earlier streaming days reveals how his approach to content has always involved unnecessary risk. Attempting to lift heavy weights without his failed backflip attempt shows how even simple stunts can go catastrophically wrong in the wrong environment. Attempting acrobatics in a cramped streaming room filled with expensive equipment was a recipe for disaster. When he landed on his desk, the impact could have easily resulted in spinal injury or head trauma if he'd hit the corner differently. The fact that he walked away with just bruises was pure chance.
Here we go! Big speed! Hurt! Hurt! There we go, come on. One. Hey, toe. Help!
The tuk-tuk crash in what appeared to be Southeast Asia demonstrates his pattern of jumping into dangerous situations without proper preparation. Driving an unfamiliar vehicle at full speed with no understanding of its braking system resulted in a head-on collision with a concrete wall. The impact force was significant enough to total the vehicle, and Speed's head and neck absorbed forces that could have caused serious neurological damage.
ค่อยๆปล่อยคลาสแล้วก็ปิดไปนะค่อยๆปิด
You can do a wheelie.
Oh. Oh. Wait, hold on, stop. Oh.
Perhaps most disturbing was his decision to eat a bar of soap on livestream. While this might seem like harmless stupidity compared to his physical stunts, ingesting soap can cause severe chemical burns to the esophagus and stomach lining. When he crashed into those red balls during the Mr. Beast collaboration, the head impact was severe enough to cause immediate disorientation and potential concussion symptoms. His repeated calls for help weren't just dramatic performance, they were genuine distress from someone who had just suffered a significant blow to the head. The fact that he continued filming instead of seeking immediate medical evaluation shows the dangerous pressure content creators feel to prioritize entertainment over safety.
Let's go. Oh my God. Oh God. This is disgusting. Okay, oh God.
The pattern emerging from these incidents is deeply concerning. Each dangerous moment seems to escalate the stakes for the next piece of content. Speed's willingness to put himself in harm's way has created an expectation among his audience that every video needs to top the last one in terms of risk and spectacle. This content creation death spiral is something that worries industry professionals who understand where it inevitably leads. What makes these incidents even more troubling is how they're celebrated and shared across social media platforms. Young viewers see Speed surviving these dangerous situations and assume they can replicate the same stunts safely. This influence extends far beyond entertainment. Industry insiders report that Speed's management team has tried multiple times to implement safety protocols for his content creation, but he often overrides their concerns in the moment when he gets excited about a particular stunt or challenge. This impulsive decision-making in high-risk situations is exactly what safety professionals try to eliminate from dangerous activities. The most recent reports suggest that Speed is already planning stunts that could make his previous incidents look tame by comparison. Sources close to his production team hint at collaborations involving extreme sports, military-grade equipment, and locations that would require extensive safety waivers just to access. The concerning pattern shows no signs of slowing down despite the mounting evidence of cumulative damage. What's particularly troubling is how normalized these dangerous incidents have become within his content ecosystem. His audience has been conditioned to expect and celebrate moments where he gets hurt, creating a feedback loop that encourages increasingly risky behavior. The line between entertainment and genuine endangerment has been completely erased. The ultimate question facing Speed and his team is whether this trajectory is sustainable long-term. Professional stunt performers have finite careers because the human body can only absorb so much punishment before permanent damage becomes unavoidable. Speed is currently treating his body like it's indestructible while creating content at a pace that would challenge even the most experienced extreme sports athletes. Looking at these incidents together reveals a troubling pattern that goes far beyond simple entertainment. Each dangerous moment represents a calculated risk that could have permanently altered or ended the career of one of YouTube's biggest personalities. The fact that he continues pushing these boundaries despite mounting evidence of the potential consequences raises serious questions about the responsibility of both creators and platforms in preventing tragedy. What happens next in Speed's content creation journey remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: the incidents we've covered today represent just the beginning of what could become an increasingly dangerous trajectory. Whether he'll recognize the warning signs before it's too late or continue escalating until something truly catastrophic occurs is a question that keeps his closest friends and family members awake at night.